Hi, and welcome to the fourth video of 9 in the Writing Your Document series. Previous videos cover different features that you can use when writing your Mello document, but remember, you don't have to watch this series in sequence. In this video, you will learn all about using text boxes in your documents. This includes how to insert text boxes, how to edit them, and how to style them. Text boxes allow you to enter text inside a rectangular box. The box can be styled and positioned many ways, which allows you greater flexibility to create unique headings, paragraphs, and so on. Text boxes in Mello can be placed into a document as either inline or a floating object, which determines how they are laid out in relation to other document elements. An inline text box is tied to a certain position in the text, while a floating text box is positioned relative to the page. For example, this text box is now inline. See? It has a fixed location in the text. This text box, on the other hand, is floating. It is fixed to a certain position in the page itself, regardless of any text. Both inline and floating text boxes can be set so that surrounding text is wrapped around them, as you can see for this third text box. So let's get started. To insert a new text box into the document, choose Insert Text Box from the menu bar. When you first enter a text box, it appears with a dummy text and it is ready for text editing. To edit the content, just type in the text. When you are done with editing, click anywhere outside of the text box and you are done. You can use different tools to edit your text box. To move it, click and drag it to its new location. Remember that Mello's dragging behavior is different for inline and floating text boxes. Inline text boxes are dragged relative to the text, while floating text boxes are dragged relative to the page. When moving a floating text box, snapping lines are displayed when you reach the edges of the document area, the edges of the page, or when aligned with other objects. These are helpful to align your text boxes properly. To resize a text box, select it and drag any of the 8 squares surrounding it. When resizing a text box, snapping lines appear, just like we described for moving a text box. Also, you can select the text box and click either the Fit Width or Fit Height buttons to auto-size the text box so that it fits its content. You can also double-click the text box and enter the desired dimensions in the width and height text boxes. And in any case, if the entire text cannot be displayed within the text box, this overflow indicator appears at the bottom right corner of the text box. To delete a text box, select it and click the Delete button or press the Delete key. To style the text box, double-click it to open the Edit Text Box popover and change the different attributes. You can set the distance between the text box content and its border by entering the desired distance in the padding text box. You can set a fill for your text box by choosing Solid from the Type pop-up menu and then clicking the color well to choose the desired color. If you want a box to be transparent, enter a value in the alpha text box or drag the slider to achieve the desired transparency. To change the text box frame, use the different options under the frame area to set its line type, weight, and color. You can also apply a rounded edges effect to the text box by entering the edge radius in the radius text box. Next, you can use the placement radio to select whether the text box is positioned inline or floating. When text boxes are inline with the text, you can set their vertical position by entering a value in the vertical position text box. Positive values will position the text box above the text baseline level, while negative values will position it below the baseline. Another option for text boxes that are inline is fixed line spacing. When it's enabled, Mello automatically adjusts spacing around the text box so that it doesn't change spacing of existing text in your document. Finally, control how text is wrapped around the text box by checking the Text Box Causes Wrap checkbox and choose the desired wrapping layout. Use the extra space text box to set the desired space between the text box and the wrapping text. So this concludes this video. You should now be able to insert text boxes into your document, to edit them, and to style them. We definitely recommend that you view and try the corresponding tutorial to practice what you've just learned. So go ahead, click the link below, and give it a try. So what's next? In the next video, you will learn all about how to use hyperlinks in your documents. We hope you've enjoyed this video and appreciate any feedback you may provide, so go ahead and comment. Bye!